Welcome everybody to Gangsta in the Kitchen, where today we're tackling New Year's Eve. Well, today we're going to start something and do something very different and special. We're going to do ambrosia. What's ambrosia? Those of you that know your Greek literature or philosophy or history, ambrosia was the nectar of the gods. Well, in Kentucky, they made their own version of the nectar of the gods. This version is kind of a virgin version of it, which means anybody can drink it from a little kid to a grown-up. We're going to take away the bourbon or the whiskey or the rum that you could use, and we're going to use a cider. It could be any cider. It could be sparkling cider. It could be apple cider. Alright? It's so easy, you could do it blindfold. It's a dump recipe, which means put a cup of everything in. That's about it. The only thing that you're going to need is a cup. We're going to have 2 cups, 2 to 4 cups, 7-Up, or any lime, sparkling lime. We're going to use 2 cups of sparkling cider, any type of cider. We're going to use some coconut flakes, about a cup. A cup of mixed nuts. In this case, we're using chopped walnuts, chopped pecans. Both of them together make a cup. A cup marshmallows. Any size, however you want it. I chose to use these little ones. Half a cup to a cup cranberries. Or you can use the dry version like I'm using now, or the whole version. It's to your liking. 30 ounces or a big can of fruit cocktail. That's it. It's that simple. All we're going to do is mix it all together and you have an ambrosia. It's as simple as that, folks. Let's do that. We start with the can of fruit. You're going to add about a cup of coconut flakes. It's so easy. You can measure it. Yeah, what the heck. You can do it by look too. Don't matter. About a cup. Yeah, that's about a cup. A little bit more doesn't hurt, you know. We're nuts. This is the part where my kids laugh because I say nuts. Nuts over again. And nuts again. And even more nuts. Yeah, they get a kick of that. I don't know why, I mean, seriously. A tip, you could roast them. The nuts, that is. You could roast them. Add a little bit of honey, just to make it a little bit different and a little bit more interesting. Half a cup. The only reason why I'm using half a cup is for the show, but the recipe is about a cup. About everything. 2 cups of your favorite cider. Right now I'm using grape. Don't matter. Mix this up real quick before I start adding the liquids. This is great as a dessert. Well, basically it is a dessert. In my opinion, it's a punch with goodies inside. I'm going to try adding 2 cups. Simply because this recipe is made for a bigger bowl. I'm using a smaller bowl. But on the recipe at my blog at gangstainthekitchenblogspot.com, it's going to say 4 cups of any lemon soda, or in this case I'm using 7-Up. Maybe it will take all 4. It might just take all 4. Well, there you go. It took all 4. You know, we're one step from making it a little bit unadulterated. All you gotta do is add the bourbon or the whiskey or even rum, and you have the adult version. But see, as simple as that easy. Ambrosia, nectar of the gods. Now, one little thing that we're missing. We're gonna add some jello, which is 2 kinds of jello. Normally you could use 3 or 4. I'm using 2. Like again, for the show purposes, I'm using 2. Let me get it to the fridge and get them. Earlier, I didn't say anything about the jello. Why? Because I was trying to make it a virgin, okay? I'm adding jello. Now it's the nectar of the gods. How they had it. They had it basically in the story. It said Ambrosia was actually this mythical jello. Whatever. Now I'm going to add the jello. You could cut it up. Cut into little squares. At the end of this show, we're going to show you the recipes and the ingredients that you need to make this. It'll be right up on the screen. Trust me, it won't go nowhere. Now, what we have here is ambrosia, the nectar of the gods. It's that simple. New Year's, you can make a virgin of it, put a little booze, get drunk. Hey, it's your choice. But always remember, keep my 3 simple rules. Keep it simple, keep it healthy, and keep it interesting. And even you can be a gangster in the kitchen. Oh, and again, Happy New Year. Deuces.